Hey man, hand me them papers over there. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my God, do. Somebody please say it ain't so. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Docs Daily, where you get highly classified documentations from your boy, Sean Blasey. Ha ha ha. But ain't nothing funny though. Rest in peace to Prodigy. And shout out to N.O.R.E and the Drink Champs. I'm a big fan. This video is just a bunch of allegations and speculations because I've noticed that Drink Champs blew all the way up. Interviews with Alicia Keys, Kanye West, a whole bunch of top tier celebrities sitting down with N.O.R.E of all people, talking about any and everything, drinking, having a good time. And that's beautiful for the culture. But this would have never, ever taken place or taken place if Prodigy was still alive. Because the big question would have been, when you gonna have Prodigy on the show? How you gonna have Havoc and not have Prodigy on the show? He said a lot of stuff about you in the book, N.O.R.E. This can't be official hip-hop news, hip-hop documentaries. This can't be an official hip-hop podcast unless you get Prodigy. So what you got all the dudes from the Zulu Nation on the show? So what you got Grandmaster Caz and Funk Flex and all them on the show? When we gonna see Prodigy? They saying that Prodigy died off of eating an egg. But when you think about the symbolism of an egg is something that gives birth. If it wasn't for Prodigy, it wouldn't be no N.O.R.E. Because if you got Mobb Deep, that's mob ties, mob music. And then you have some dudes from their neighborhood called Capone and N.O.R.E., two of the biggest mob figures in mob history. That's a Mobb Deep knockoff. Capone was supposed to be Havoc, and N.O.R.E. was supposed to be Prodigy. So when Prodigy said the things that he said about N.O.R.E. in his book, that's what killed his career. If you go back and look at N.O.R.E.'s career, you will see he was popping until Prodigy dropped those bombs about him in his book. Then this Drink Champs come back up. Oh, N.O.R.E. got another shot to make something out of his career, but you only got one problem. Prodigy is still out there. Are you gonna sit down and talk to this man? They said Prodigy died from eating an egg around the same time N.O.R.E was doing a food show. Without further ado, let's get into these highly classified documentations. And like I said, this is all allegations and speculations. But sometimes when you want to be successful, you got to make sacrifices. And it's kind of ironic that Drink Champs blew up the way it did when Prodigy left the building. I'm going to shut up. Let's get into this. Take a good listen at this, y'all. Yo, Reggie, cut the music. All right, here we go.
I gotta call them effing. You know I gotta call them. I'm the only one who got it. I get the pass. I make EFN effing.
Now, I'm sorry to start with you with such a harsh question, but a lot of people, when they look at Prodigy's death, right? There's a lot of conspiracy theories that floats around that death. People actually say that it was an eggshell. Obviously, when I want to interview anybody, I Google everything, and people are saying, and then there's this video, and you tell me if this is real or not, I don't know, of Prodigy and they're like Illuminati, a guy running up on the Illuminati and saying, you better not put out this video. You know,
somebody was ran up on
him, yeah, and he had the people had a mask on. Did you ever see this video?
Nah, it was a real video.
It was I don't know if it's a real video.
Up on him?
Yeah, they ran up on him and they was like, you know, you better not put this video out, whatever video that it is. So I say that to say that a lot of conspiracy theories think that, you know, which is weird because I'm gonna tell you something that I probably know you don't know. When he said Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body, you know, I'm the person who gave Prodigy the propel horse.
Pause. Let's talk about this. N.O.R.E. is speaking about conspiracy theorists running up on Prodigy before he passed, talking about you better not put this video out. You better not put this video out. And that's a possibility of why Prodigy got allegedly taken out by some conspiracist. But at the same time, Noriega said he's the one that gave Prodigy the book, Behold of the Pale Horse. Let me type this in real quick so y'all can know what I'm talking about. William Cooper. I read this book, scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my goodness.
But I read it though. This the book Noriega said he gave Prodigy when he came home from jail. So Prodigy been up on secret societies. He was in jail learning about, Noriega was in jail learning about secret societies and secret things. And he passed this book along to Prodigy. Let me run that back so y'all can hear exactly what he said. And there's a reason why he said that. Y'all just got to stay tuned. Listen.
A lot of people, when they look at Prodigy's death, right? There's a lot of conspiracy theories that floats around that death. People actually say that it was an eggshell. Obviously, when I want to interview anybody, I Google everything, and people are saying, and then there's this video, and you tell me if this is real or not, I don't know, of Prodigy and they're like Illuminati, a guy running up on the Illuminati and saying, you better not put out this video. You know,
somebody was ran up on
him. Yeah, and he had the people had a mask on. Did you ever see this video?
Nah, it was a real video.
It was I don't know if it's a real video.
Up on him?
Yeah, they ran up on him and they was like, you better not put this video out, whatever video that it is. So
now, he said the person that ran up on him had a mask on and telling him not to put out the video. Now, if you look at this book cover, you see a dude on a horse with a mask on. And N.O.R.E, if you was the one that got him involved in all of this, and you the one that gave him the book, and somebody run up on him with a mask on, telling him what to do and what not to do, do you know more than what you're talking about right now? Listen.
I say that to say that a lot of conspiracy theories think that, which is weird because I'm gonna tell you something that I probably know you don't know. When he said Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body, I'm the person who gave Prodigy the Pale Horse.
I can believe.
I'm the one who gave him the book. Yes, I'm the one who gave P. I was coming home from jail. I was the guard body. I was the guard body. I'm sorry. I went too far. But I just want to. Did you hear these rumors?
Yeah. Every now and then, you know what I'm saying? I get the people asking me like, "Yo, that's fucked up. He ain't died from off an egg or whatever it is." You know what I'm saying? Like, they. Because, P was very controversial, you know what I'm saying? He used to talk about, like you said, the Behold of the Pale White Horse, and P was very keen on all of that shit. So, just to make a long story short, do I believe in that kind of shit?
What?
You know what I'm saying? I reserve 50% to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I reserve 50% to it. But those are that subject right there is like I leave for private conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is just so real like that. You know what I'm saying? In that vein, and I think it should be kind of taken a little bit seriously. So you know what I mean? Like I get approached all the time about that question.
Now Havoc don't want to talk about it. He want to save it for private conversations. And he's so quick to say, I ride with P. Anything Prodigy do, I'm down to do it. And not to say that him and N.O.R.E shouldn't be so cool. But Havoc had a lot to gain with Prodigy out of the picture. Not to mention, Prodigy was writing most of his raps. I mean, granted, he was a hell of a producer. But as far as the rap tip, Prodigy was entitled to a lot of them royalties. And now that he not there, it's a win-win for everybody. Prodigy said a lot of things about a lot of people in his book that really shook up the music industry as far as the East Coast is concerned. And that's one of the main reasons why the East Coast fell off. Because within this book, you get to see rappers from Prodigy's eyes, and it wasn't a positive light. Even Havoc was under fire in the book. And to this day, after reading the book, I look at Havoc like, you know, I ain't gonna say he ain't real. I don't know him personally, but going off of Prodigy's book, you would think he was a bitch ass nigga.
Oh my goodness.
And don't nobody want to feel like that. Now they got the Drink Champs Illuminati. And I'm starting to think none of this would have been able to take place if Prodigy was still in the picture. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about.
And then, you know what I mean? Like I said, I reserve 50% to that.
I don't know if you know, I was there that night. You don't at the show.
Yeah, we was still there.
The craziest shit.
Where was it? In Vegas?
It was in Vegas.
Yes.
Let me tell you why I know there's a God.
Look, this is N.O.R.E talking about he was there the night Prodigy died. Mind you, they didn't have the greatest rapport. They was beefing. But the night Prodigy died, Noriega was there. And now he's about to explain how he was there the night Prodigy died. Listen at this, y'all.
I'm arguing with my production company to go. They want me to go to New Orleans. They're telling me New Orleans is a better food culinary spot than Vegas. And I'm
because you're doing the food show.
I'm doing a food show. I'm doing a food show on the run eating food show. So I'm for some reason, God is telling me go to Vegas. Mm-hmm. And this is crazy shit. So I go to Vegas. I'm going there to see Ice-T, Onyx. And Onyx said to me, if you wanted me to do your food show tomorrow, you got to do my show today. Mm. So as y'all... Pause.
He doing the show on the run eating. The film crew, the production crew is like, yo, we need you in New Orleans. It's a bunch of Creole food. We got members of the Hot Boys trying to be on the show. N.O.R.E like, no, I want to go to Vegas. This night, I have to be there. I will not be going to the N.O. I'm going to Vegas. N.O.R.E making it seem like he had no clue that Mobb Deep was going to be in the building. He was going to see Onyx, Ice-T. He knew who was performing, but he making it seem like he didn't know Mobb Deep was going to be there as well.
I'm coming off stage. Mm-hmm. I'm going on stage with Onyx. I
thought you was there to perform.
I was there for a food show. Yeah.
Shit.
So when I seen you, I remember this like it was yesterday. I seen you and I said, "Happy, you getting bent with me today?" And Happy said, "Yeah, I got you, Slime." He gave me a 5, and I said the same thing to P. And P said what he said to me for the last 19 years of my life. P said, "I'm not feeling that good. I'll be back though. I'll see you later on." I heard that for 19 years. I didn't feel alarmed. I didn't feel nothing. I was just like, all right, cool. Then the next day, it was crazy because I know if you don't remember, Trip was out there, Godfather. I know the nicknames, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know it too. You know what I'm saying? So, and Trip, and I just seen Trip's face. Like we was all, I'm smoking cigarettes at the time, and I seen Trip's face, and when Trip's face, he looked and I was like, something terrible happened. Did I think that was happening? So I'm sorry to be so like, but I'm a part of y'all legacy, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like if it wasn't for Mobb Deep, and I don't know if I ever told you this, there probably wouldn't be a Capone Noriega.
It definitely wouldn't be. That's like when Jay-Z and Nas was beefing. If Jay-Z was working on some sneakers and Nas died from slipping in some sneakers, people wouldn't put 2 and 2 together. Like maybe Jay-Z did something to Nas' sneakers since he's a sneaker professional. How Prodigy gonna pass away eating an egg while Noriega is doing the food show? Then he's always with if it wasn't for Mobb Deep, it wouldn't be no Capone and Noriega. We understand that. We understand that clearly. But this is what tripped me out. This is when Drink Champs really blew up. They did a show, R.I.P. Prodigy. And this is when it really started to take off. When they did this episode, this was the green light that people wanted to see. Prodigy passed away. They capitalized off of this. And this is when Drink Champs started to go through the roof. Now, it's some stuff that I got to share with y'all because Prodigy said a whole lot of stuff in this book about N.O.R.E. that shattered his whole music career. N.O.R.E. responds to jumping account in Prodigy's book. There are certain things that you're not supposed to talk about. N.O.R.E. tells MTV News of Mobb Deep MC Prodigy. Despite Prodigy's account in his new book, My Infamous Life, the autobiography of Mobb Deep's Prodigy, Queens rapper N.O.R.E. insists that he isn't the shook one he is depicted to be. In the Hell on Earth chapter, Prodigy recounts an incident when members of his entourage jumped N.O.R.E. in front of a Queens club, which led Noriega and his crew to retaliate immediately with gunfire. For the full excerpt, heard to MTV News, but here are a few silent lines from Prodigy's book. Come over here so we can talk, rapper Nitty told N.O.R.E., putting his arm around N.O.R.E.'s neck and walking him into the street. After a few steps, Nitty started punching N.O.R.E. in the face while he had him in the headlock. N.O.R.E. dropped to the ground and the crew jumped him. Gotti, Havoc, and I stood by the trucks and watched them beat the clothes off that boy. Man, I never saw somebody get jumped so bad.
Oh my goodness.
And it's the same dude sitting with N.O.R.E. on Drink Champs today. Like he wasn't sitting next to the truck watching. Now, things happened in the past. But if you're supposed to be a super thug and your career is based off of being grimy and you do what all the thugs do, and this man put this out in his book, don't nobody want to listen to N.O.R.E. no more. You got a new podcast? You got to clear up what this man said about you in his book, or else we can't really rock with your podcast like that. And if you sat down with Prodigy, I don't think he would have bit his tongue, not one bit. That would have shut down the whole Drink Champs if Prodigy would have went on Drink Champs. Look at this, y'all. An exclusive interview with MTV News, N.O.R.E., who is dropping the free online mixtape, N.O.R.E. Easter, on Sunday. That's how bad N.O.R.E. was doing then. Dropping free mixtapes on Easter Sundays. N.O.R.E. Easter admitted that some of Prodigy's accounts are true. Still, he expressed his overall disappointment in the Mobb Deep rapper's decision to drum up old beefs. There are certain things that you're not supposed to talk about, N.O.R.E. said. Now, I didn't read the book, and I don't read where he's going crazy. I read the little inserts where he talked about the jumping incident. Let me just clear the record up and say none of those things that it says in the book would ever make me go at him. I'm not going to see him and try to throw him in a full Nelson. N.O.R.E. admits to getting jumped that night in Queens, which he estimates occurred either in 1996 or 1997. I did get jumped. They jumped me with 40 people, he recalled. If you ever see 40 people jump one man, that one man never get touched because most of these 40 people are hitting each other, blah, blah, blah. That's something that he had to live up to. Now, I've been jumped before. I had people put hands on me. I put hands back. We jumped people before growing up as little kids. But I ain't the super thug. I ain't the hardest. I ain't calling myself Noriega. I'm pretty sure the real life Noriega never got jumped. And if he did, whoever did it is dead.
Oh my goodness.
Let's move along because there's a bunch of other stuff I got to get to, but let's move along to this real quick. Hold on, let me pull this down a little bit. N.O.R.E. explains why people kept on defacing Prodigy's mural in New York City. For those of y'all that don't know, Prodigy had a mural. Like when most people in the hood died, people put up a mural. And people kept on defacing the mural. The artist would draw it. Next thing you know, somebody would blank it out. A couple of days after the legendary Mobb Deep member Prodigy died, two artists, Jeff Hernandez and Elie Lazar, painted a mural dedicated to the rapper on 13th Street and 40th Avenue, right across the street from Queensbridge, the housing projects he helped put on the map. That night, someone poured white paint all over the mural. A couple of days later, they went back and fixed it. The painting got defaced again, this time with red paint. It was clear at this point there was someone who wasn't going to let this mural be, so the two artists covered it up. Look at this, y'all. Let me zoom in a little bit. N.O.R.E. recently appeared on The Breakfast Club to talk about the upcoming season of his popular podcast, Drink Champs. The upcoming new season, he was asked about the mural. And N.O.R.E., who was from Left Rack City, but who spent a lot of time in the Queensbridge projects because of his longtime partner Capone, explained that it was neighborhood politics. He said, I'm not qualified to speak on that, but it came from a big homie that's in jail that don't have nothing. I know you always big up Prodigy's book, but Prodigy's book hurt a lot of people, dead, in jail, alive, and the guy that's up north, he's a respectable guy. Everybody respects him. He sent the word, and it's official. Why would you have to say, I'm not qualified to speak on that, and then turn around and speak on it?
Oh my goodness.
Then you say, it came from a big homie that's in jail that don't have nothing. What about the homie at the Breakfast Club that got everything to lose? For obvious reasons, N.O.R.E. didn't want to say the person's name, but if you read the book, My Infamous Life, and watch a couple of old clips from Hood DVDs, you can probably pick up on who N.O.R.E. was talking about. Now, hold on. The 19-minute mark. Y'all bear with me. Let me get this set up for y'all real quick.
You're watching
19 minutes. All right, here we go.
About so much, and I really wanted to do it, and there was other shows that I wanted to do, but it would have been me being selfish. And
they asked you to do it, you turned it down.
no, I did it. I basically did it. It's just at the last moment.
Living Hip Hop Miami?
Yeah, I couldn't sign off because I just was so committed. My lawyer told me, I can't believe what you're doing.
So you filmed?
You filmed without
and
signing?
No, I don't know. I know.
okay.
Like,
You
you know,
signed.
everything up until
Hold
the
on, y'all,
very
hold on.
last minute, I did. So I kind of don't want them to feel like I left them, but it was just like, yo, I just had to build my own violator.
But your
you know
wife
what I'm
could
saying?
have been on it, and you could have been.
Nah,
on it a
if
little
I
bit
ain't
here
in,
and
nah,
there.
that's not.
Y'all
that's not
bear
how
with him.
relationships-
This Angela Yee is a clown.
It's not how Santiago's get down. It's one for all, brand Nubian, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Now, why did they keep defacing Prodigy's mural?
I'm not qualified to speak on that, but it came from
Shout out to Beanie Siegel.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember that interview. But it came from a big homie that's in jail that don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? And when, like, see, I know you always big up Prodigy's book, but Prodigy's book hurt a lot of people. Dead, in jail, alive. And the guy that's up north, he's a respectable guy. And everybody respects him. And he sent the word and it's official. So
You know, at first we just thought it was kids just randomly doing it.
no.
You could tell that was done like on some personal attack, though, to do that over and over.
And you know what? You know, that's the one lesson we should take is to try to be better at life. Like, you know, that's why me and Envy always talk about the problems we have, but I don't have no problem always telling Envy sorry for that. Like, I was bugging that
After
time.
a while, you can stop.
But what I'm
apologizing.
saying is, people.
Okay, now, in the rap game, you don't really get second chances like that. When you fall off, you just fall off. Especially when you got stuff in question about your character, your street credibilities. Now, I don't doubt that Noriega is about that life or whatever the case is. I'm not saying he's soft or he got secrets or nothing like that. But the way this man was speaking about you, and not only was he speaking about you in a negative light, but he narrated his own book, talking real greasy about you. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gotta hear Prodigy and what he had to say about Noriega. Then that way, you can get a better understanding. Drink Champs would have never been what it is now if Prodigy was still out there somewhere. Because what if Prodigy started up his own podcast?
Oh my goodness.
And they talking about certain rappers getting that ass beat. It would have been bad for a whole lot of people. So we in the podcast era, so where people got stories, and if this man wrote a book, you know he ain't got no problem with telling his story on no podcast. The Smoke Champs with Prodigy. It would have been bad for Jay. I mean, all the people at the top. He would have been like the Black Joe Rogan. And they couldn't have that. Listen to what Prodigy had to say about Noriega.
Back in Queensbridge, Tragedy's man Noriega, a.k.a. N.O.R.E, started hanging out on 12th Street. He told me he was from Left Rack, but I ain't never seen him when I was living out there. N.O.R.E had just came home from jail where he had met Capone after Capone had gotten locked up for supposedly shooting a cop in the neck right in front.
Pause right there. Pause. I ain't even played the whole thing. We gonna get to that, but he mentioned Capone, Noriega's sidekick. Prodigy also said that Capone was a snitch.
Oh my goodness.
So the whole Capone and Noriega legacy was tarnished because of Prodigy. We gonna get back into Prodigy, but y'all gotta hear this first.
And we were talking about his book. He has his autobiography out right now.
Right.
And he definitely kept it real about everything from his point of view.
He did a lot of dry snitching, though.
From everything that happened.
He talked about people getting shot, people shooting,
Yeah, he
people
definitely
fighting.
did. A lot of accidental shootings, but I think all of those things were taken care of, so we're good.
Right.
In particular, he talks about how Capone, from Capone and Noriega, was the snitch in the neighborhood.
Javi's brother had murdered somebody, you know what I mean? And through the lawyer, we had found out that there was a witness. Somebody was snitching, basically.
Right.
And, you know, we didn't know who it was. Like, during the trial, when we went to trial, we were all sitting in the courtroom waiting to see who the snitch is going to be.
Right.
And Capone walks out on the stand, you know what I'm saying? And points out Hav's brother.
Wow.
So,
Oh my God. Like Noriega said, when they asked him about this man, N.O.R.E said, there are certain things that you're not supposed to talk about. N.O.R.E tells MTV News about Prodigy. This man said Havoc's brother killed somebody. They all in the courtroom, hennied up with them Timberland boots and them bandanas with them big baggy jeans, sitting around waiting to see who the snitch is. And Capone came out the back room and sat his ass on the stand. What part of the game is that? People reading the book like, damn, N.O.R.E getting beat up and Capone out here snitching? I ain't trying to listen to that super thug BS. Better be lucky Big Pun wasn't alive to read that shit. He would have sat on N.O.R.E.
Oh my goodness.
Let me play that one more time.
yeah, he
People
definitely
fighting.
did. A lot of accidental shootings, but I think all of those things were taken care of, so we're good.
Right.
In particular, he talks about how Capone, from Capone and Noriega, was the snitch in the neighborhood.
Javi's brother had murdered somebody, you know what I mean? And through the lawyer, we had found out that there was a witness. Somebody was snitching, basically.
Right.
And, you know, we didn't know who it was. Like, during the trial, when we went to trial, we were all sitting in the courtroom waiting to see who the snitch is going to be.
Right.
And Capone walks out on the stand, you know what I'm saying? And points out Hav's brother.
So that's what happened,
That's what Prodigy said happened.
according to Prodigy. Now, we did talk to N.O.R.E, because we saw that Noriega
Y'all hear that, DJ Envy? That's what Prodigy said happened. If it's in the court, if he put it in his book, and these dudes are still alive, what do he got to lie? He said he was there. It was Havoc's brother. Ask Havoc. What do you mean? That's what Prodigy said. The people in the music industry will try to cover your tracks because they trying to keep that money rolling in. When you come up to the Breakfast Club or any of these radio shows, all they gonna do is shine your marbles and tell you, oh, you gangster, huh? You been to jail, huh? They worse than Juvenile in that damn song. Oh, you caught a case when you were 16, huh? Your mama left home and she was a dope fiend, huh? They want you to tell your whole ghetto life story so people can believe that you some savage out here and you ain't never took no L's.
It was up this morning, and we wanted to address the situation with him and see what he had to say about his partner, his man's Capone.
Prodigy say he beat you up, N.O.R.E. I don't believe it.
N.O.R.E. just learned how to fight. Back then, N.O.R.E. was a shooter. He said it. He said it, and you. I like the way you put it. You try to snitch ass. I like the way you put it, but let me just be clear. That's my dude right there. You know what I'm saying? He trying to sell his book. So he's throwing a couple of jabs. That's hot.
Now, what about the Capone incident where he said Capone, told on the stand?
Oh, Capone is a grown man. You know what I'm saying? he a grown man. I wasn't there. I'm from Left Rack City, 97-30, 57 Avenue, apartment 5E. That's some Queensbridge thing. I wasn't around.
Come on, bro. N.O.R.E. He said I wasn't there. I'm from Left Rack and gave out his whole address. I wasn't in the building. He said Capone is a grown man. I can't tell you if it's a yes or a no because I wasn't there. Ain't that your partner? You don't know what's going on with your mans? Y'all ain't sitting, so you can't call him and ask him about it? What do you mean you don't know and you wasn't there? I ain't from Queens. All you do is rep Queens. But when they ask you about Capone snitching, oh, I wasn't there. I'm from Left Rack, Building 2, gave the zip code. He ain't want to talk about that. Prodigy put a hurting on their career. And Drink Champs, if this man, like I keep saying in this video, if Prodigy was around, it wouldn't be, not to say it wouldn't be no Drink Champs, it wouldn't be as big as it is. Because everybody in the comment section, hashtag Prodigy, hashtag, we don't care who else you had up there. So what, you got Fat Joe and Jada Kiss, that's cool. But we want the main event. But now, that ain't never gonna happen. It's water under the bridge.
He's throwing a couple of jabs. That's hot.
Now, what about the Capone incident where he said Capone, told on the stand?
Oh, Capone is a grown man. You know what I'm saying? He a grown man. I wasn't there. I'm from Left Rack City, 97-30, 57 Avenue, apartment 5E. That's some Queensbridge thing. I wasn't around.
Now, N.O.R.E., you and Capone did a lot of dirt with each other back in the day.
Listen, let me finish. I wasn't around there.
Okay.
Right? But if that was the case, then why is it 7 months deep and Capone and Noriega records that exist? If a dude snitch on my man, I ain't hanging with him.
Right. Word.
Let alone getting in the studio with him. So where's your integrity at, my brother?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Where's it? Because me personally, a dude snitch on my dead cat. My cat meow. You snitch on my cat, and I'm not hanging out with you. You feel me?
Look, man. Well, what do that say about Havoc, N.O.R.E.? Capone snitched on Havoc's brother, but you got Havoc all up on Drink Champs, but we ain't seen you with Noriega we ain't seen you with Capone in a long time, bro. So it's hand over fist, one hand washes the other. It's all about money at the end of the day, man. It's all about that bread. And for Prodigy to go out the way they said he went out, when N.O.R.E. is on the come up, when N.O.R.E. is taking over the freaking tube, when N.O.R.E. on his way, not only got a new season for a podcast, but got a cooking show coming up and all this stuff cooking, and Prodigy die on the egg? It's like, look, man, who would... Okay, hypothetically speaking, because I know y'all don't believe in conspiracy theories. I don't either. But look in the description of this video. This is all allegations and speculations. But hypothetically speaking, if N.O.R.E. needed a sacrifice in order to get his stuff to pop, who would be a better sacrifice? That's the perfect. N.O.R.E is a prodigy of Prodigy. Prodigy put them in the game. That's your mentor. That's your sensei or your Sifu in hip hop. Everything Capone and Noriega do is based off of Mobb Deep. So, hey man, this for y'all to make up y'all mind. But he talking about, why would you hang around somebody that's beefing with your mans? Why would they do albums with us? That's because Havoc ain't got no loyalty. And you could read that in Prodigy's book. Listen at this, man.
There probably wouldn't be a Drink Champs. There probably wouldn't be.
Hold on. Listen at this, man.
I gotta also be a Drink Champs. There probably wouldn't be.
You're doing the food show.
I'm doing a food show. I'm doing a food show on the run eating food show. So I'm, for some reason, God is telling me go to Vegas. And this is crazy shit. So I go to Vegas. I'm going there to see Ice-T, Onyx. And Onyx said to me, if you wanted me to do your food show tomorrow, you got to do my show today. So as y'all coming off stage, I'm going on stage with Onyx.
I thought you was there to perform.
Nah, I was there for a food show, yeah.
Shit.
So when I seen you, I remember this like it was yesterday. I seen you and I said, Happy, you getting bent with me today? And Happy said, yeah, I got you, Slime. You gave me a 5. And I said the same thing to P. And P said what he said to me for the last 19 years of my life. P said, I'm not feeling that good. I'll be back though. I'll see you later on. I heard that for 19 years. I didn't feel alarmed. I didn't feel nothing. I was.
Y'all hear that? He told Havoc, yo, we getting bent tonight. We gonna smoke, drink. Havoc like, okay, cool. Yo, N.O.R.E, no Prodigy, we about to get bent. I ain't feeling good, man. I'll see you later on. And he walked off. Basically curved him. Like, yeah, I ain't feeling all that good. I'll get with you later. And that was the last thing he said to N.O.R.E.
I was just like, all right, cool. Then the next day, it was crazy because I don't know if you don't remember, Trip was out there, Godfather. I know the nicknames, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know it too. You know what I'm saying? So, and Trip hit, and I just seen Trip's face. Like we was all, I'm smoking cigarettes at the time, and I seen Trip's face, and when Trip's face, he looked, and I was like, something terrible happened. Did I think that was happening? So I'm sorry to be so like, but I'm a part of y'all legacy, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like if it wasn't for Mobb Deep, and I don't know if I ever told you this, there probably wouldn't be a Capone and Noriega. There probably wouldn't be a Drink Champs. There probably wouldn't be, you guys gave us our first record, LA. You remember?
Yeah, man.
And let me speak about that real quick. The first record, he said Mobb Deep gave them their first record, LA, and that was dissing the West Coast. So when you talk about people from that era that was dissing the East Coast, West Coast beefs, everybody from the West Side, Tupac dead, Biggie dead, what about Mobb Deep, Capone, and Noriega? How y'all gonna sit down and do interviews with dudes from the West Coast when y'all was talking about LA? This, if it was a sacrifice, it panned out evenly for everybody. It was Prodigy's idea to do the song, so we ain't have nothing. We was just following their lead. That was our first song that they let us get on. Oh my God, man.
I remember
This nigga
that.
said, yeah, man. You know it's the story that comes with that. Yeah, so I gotta also thank y'all because I look at the Tupac records and I look at all this shit, and had we been 2 minutes more famous, Tupac would have been shitting on us. Tupac, I was looking.
You mean specifically on Capone Noriega?
Oh yeah, he did.
Because he went at Mobb Deep.
No, he ignored us.
He'd have been like, fuck CNN.
But, and I say that to say, this is very deep. This is very deep. close relationship with Big. Big didn't have our back. And I don't mean that in no disrespect. I didn't mean that in like, but what Big said to us was, what they're accusing me of, N.O.R.E., I'm not guilty of that, so I'm not ever gonna go back at them. LA was a response to just, if you really listen to LA, we never dissed them at all. It wasn't until the video, but it wasn't until the video that they did when they kicked down the buildings. Yeah. That's when we did it. But if you have it, you was there. You was at Stretch Armstrong house together. Did you think that this East Coast, West Coast shit was gonna go this far?
Look, man, they just covering their tracks, and for Havoc to be sitting there with N.O.R.E., and I know they grown, they old men. Ain't no point in them beefing forever and having beef with each other. I'm gonna say, matter of fact, I'm gonna save what I got to say about Havoc, the East Coast, West Coast beef, and Prodigy, and how that all tied in together. Y'all gotta listen at this before I continue. Let me run this back. Y'all pay close attention, y'all.
Back in Queensbridge, Tragedy's man N.O.R.E, a.k.a. N.O.R.E, started hanging out on 12th Street. He told me he was from Left Rack, but I ain't never seen him when I was living out there. N.O.R.E had just came home from jail where he had met Capone after Capone had gotten locked up for supposedly shooting a cop in the neck right in front of Havoc's building. He only did a few years for that case and somehow came home early.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh my goodness.
This man said Capone allegedly shot a cop in the neck, did a few years, and came home early. Basically saying this man is a super snitch.
Never seen him when I was living out there. N.O.R.E had just came home from jail where he had met Capone after Capone had gotten locked up for supposedly shooting a cop in the neck right in front of Havoc's building. He only did a few years for that case and somehow came home early. One night that winter, Havoc and I were on the block with Karate Joe, Gotti, Nitty, Trip, this kid we call Bill Cosby, and this other kid, Johnny. Havoc started flipping out, saying he heard Tragedy was fucking his lady Shauna on the low, and he wanted to step to Tragedy about it. We all walked over to Capone's building next door, where Tragedy, Capone, and N.O.R.E hung out. Hab knocked on Capone's door and asked him to tell Tragedy to come outside. Tragedy came out with N.O.R.E and Capone. "What's up, man? You fucking with Shauna?" Hab asked. Tragedy said it wasn't true, but Hab wasn't trying to hear it. "I know you fucking with Shauna. Stop fucking lying." Hab punched Tragedy in the face and knocked him to the ground.
Goodness.
While he was getting back up, Karate Joe warned Tragedy, "You better not hit him back."
Oh my goodness.
Hab punched Tragedy again and knocked him down again, while we surrounded them, watching. N.O.R.E was getting nervous, seeing the nigga who he thought had strength in QB getting his ass beat.
Oh my goodness.
He was worried he was going to be next. So he reached for his gun, pulled it out, and shot one bullet at the ground between all of us.
Oh my goodness.
The bullet bounced off the cement and hit my man Johnny in the shin bone. N.O.R.E ran for his life out the projects.
Oh my goodness.
Tragedy and Capone ran into the building, and someone drove Johnny to the hospital right away.
Hold on, wait. You mean to tell me N.O.R.E was a herb in the hood? Your man's getting that ass spanked? Havoc or Captain Save-A-Ho? And N.O.R.E ran out the projects screaming with the gun in his hand?
Oh my goodness.
No wonder these niggas hanging out and being cool together. They both was hurt by this book. You out here fighting over bitches? And by you beating up on N.O.R.E homie made him scared. And he shot, bam. Ah! N.O.R.E ran out the projects because Havoc was beating somebody over a bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. I can't look at these dudes no more. I can't look at them the same no more. I know why they was mad at Prodigy. And Havoc couldn't sit there so comfortable on Drink Champs if Prodigy was still there. Havoc would be a nervous wreck. Now he got Styles P next to him. Like, oh, I can do this. We can make our own new group. I don't need Prodigy. I got Styles P. And Styles looking like, whoa. Like, I need the bag, but damn. This is some foul energy. You know it's some messed up energy in the room when you got to get low in a seat. He like, damn, I can't be on the same level with these niggas. Maybe if I slouch down, we'll be on a different level. Hold on, man. Let me run that back a little bit, because N.O.R.E got scared and ran out the projects. Hold up.
The bullet bounced off the surrounded them, watching. N.O.R.E was getting nervous, seeing the nigga who he thought had strength in QB getting his ass beat. He was worried he was going to be next. So he reached for his gun, pulled it out, and shot one bullet at the ground between all of us.
Oh my goodness.
The bullet bounced off the cement and hit my man Johnny in the shin bone. N.O.R.E ran for his life out the project. Tragedy and Capone ran into the building, and someone drove Johnny to the hospital right away. The next day, Johnny came through the block on crutches with a cast on his leg. N.O.R.E could never show his face in Queensbridge again.
Oh my goodness.
About a month passed, and some unknowing fool set up a show for Mobb Deep and Capone and Noriega at a little club called Crystals on Merrick Boulevard in Jamaica, Queens, across the street from the bus terminal and up the block from my grandmother's dance school.
Hold on, pause. Wait before we continue. This man accidentally shot one of them Queens dudes. And they like, if that boy N.O.R.E ever show his face in Queens again, it's a wrap, because he ain't even from around here like that. They trying to work on a little rap group trying to be Mobb Deep. With Tragedy, you got the dark-skinned dude and the light-skinned dude. Just like Kid and Play. The dark-skinned dude and the light-skinned dude. Just like Mobb Deep and every other hip-hop duo. It's always one light-skinned dude and one dark-skinned dude. One with a high top fade, one with a low top fade. So they needed N.O.R.E to be the light-skinned dude in the group. That's the only reason why he was invited. So they could be the Dollar Tree version of Mobb Deep.
The only reason we went was so we could catch N.O.R.E and torture him for what he did to Johnny. The whole crew pulled up and parked our trucks in the bus terminal, facing the club to get a good look at everybody out front. Tragedy and Capone was standing at the front door facing us. Nitty spotted N.O.R.E walking over to them. "Anyone got a razor?" Nitty asked Twin and me, but we didn't. Nitty, Twin, and Money No approached N.O.R.E. "Come over here."
Yo, thank God they didn't have no razors, yo. Because if they did, they would have disfigured N.O.R.E that night. Anybody got razors? He was going to go
Oh my goodness.
He was going to go slash that man's face. Give him $150. Something he would have to live with for the rest of his life. Yo, you better be lucky none of them dudes had no razors that night.
Nitty spotted N.O.R.E walking over to them. "Anyone got a razor?" Nitty asked Twin and me, but we didn't. Nitty, Twin, and Money No approached N.O.R.E. "Come over here so we can talk," Nitty told him, putting his arm around N.O.R.E's neck and walking him into the street. After a few steps, Nitty started punching N.O.R.E in the face while he had him in the headlock. N.O.R.E dropped to the ground, and the crew jumped him. Gotti, Havoc, and I stood by the trucks and watched them beat the clothes off of that boy. Man, I never saw somebody get jumped so bad.
Damn.
They were like dogs fighting over a piece of meat.
Oh my
Karate Joe
goodness.
grabbed N.O.R.E by what was left of his shirt and dragged him into the corner
Oh, God.
so he could have him all to himself.
Oh my goodness.
He focused strictly on his rib cage, destroying N.O.R.E's ribs with punch after punch.
Oh.
Nitty snatched N.O.R.E's Jesus piece off the ground, and we hopped back in our trucks. While N.O.R.E was getting jumped, his boys, Tragedy and Capone, didn't move. They just stood in front of the club watching the whole thing. Some of N.O.R.E's peoples carried him to the parking lot around the corner. I already knew what was going to happen next.
Hold on. Wait. Oh, my God, yo. Like I said earlier, people get jumped, but beat the clothes off of him. And what was left of his shirt, they beat him bloody like that? And then some dude named Karate Joe took him to the corner by himself and worked them damn ribs. Yo, talking about live at the barbecue.
Oh my goodness.
Now, look, we all take L's. I've taken L's. But for your mans to sit there and watch and not do nothing? Oh, man. Okay, let me shut up. Let's continue, man. Hold on. Let me say this before I continue. This the type of shit that would have shut Drink Champs down. These type of stuff, they sit on Drink Champs and talk about all different types of things that happened in the hood, or you remember this or you remember that. But like N.O.R.E said, when they first asked him about Prodigy, he said, look, there are certain things that you're not supposed to talk about. N.O.R.E tells MTV News of Mobb Deep's MC. You're not supposed to talk about this type of shit. You're supposed to let that go. We trying to have careers out here. We trying to feed our families. We trying to do big things. This the type of stuff that would keep somebody from being successful in the music industry. Let's continue on with this, man.
You know they about to come from that parking lot with guns, I told Twin Gambino. We sat and waited. I popped the hood and told Twin Gambino to get my gun out. I just bought an automatic 22 with a 12-shot clip, but like an asshole, I never tested it out. After a few minutes, just as I predicted, a few of N.O.R.E's people came dragging him from the parking lot with a Tech 9. I was sitting in the driver's seat. Gambino was outside, standing at my door.
Hold on, yo. Wait a minute. N.O.R.E, we can't go out like that, Papa. No, take this gun, N.O.R.E. No. Take me to the hospital. Take me. No, you gotta prove yourself. There's too many people watching. EFN in the front seat, shaking like a goddamn leaf. Come on, you gotta shoot back, N.O.R.E. We can't go out like this. No. They dragged his ass out bloody with a gun in his hand so everybody at the club can see him. Oh, God, N.O.R.E got a gun. N.O.R.E gonna shoot. He ain't had no choice but to shoot. That would have been the last show they would have ever did. Hold on, man.
We had to drop on them, meaning with a Tech 9. I just bought an automatic 22 with a 12-shot clip, but like an asshole, I never tested it out. After a few minutes, just as I predicted, a few of N.O.R.E's people came dragging him from the parking lot with a Tech 9. I was sitting in the driver's seat. Gambino was outside, standing at my door. We had to drop on them, meaning we could move on them before they saw it coming. Start shooting, I told Twin calmly. But the gun didn't fire. The piece of shit was broken.
Oh my goodness.
N.O.R.E's people started unloading their gun on us. As their bullets started to explode, Gambino got frustrated with my broken gun and threw it at them.
Oh, shit.
Oh my goodness.
Shoot him!
Hold on, wait a minute. Ain't got no razors. Your gun ain't working. They shooting. He trying to shoot the gun. Fuck this shit. He shot the gun and ran. Come on, man.
Oh my goodness.
And then he laughed when he said it. Hold on, y'all.
We had to drop on them, meaning we could move on them before they saw it coming. Start shooting, I told Twin calmly. But the gun didn't fire. The piece of shit was broken.
Oh my goodness.
N.O.R.E's people started unloading their gun on us. As their bullets started to explode, Gambino got frustrated with my broken gun and threw it at them. Shoot him! N.O.R.E pointed at Nitty, who was in between my truck and Havoc's truck. Right there! Whoever had the gun shot Nitty in his back.
Ooh.
As he was trying to jump into my back seat. Plus, the shooter dumped the entire 42-shot clip at us, and not one of the shots hit the two trucks.
Oh.
I was shocked. The only target they hit was the person they was after. Luckily, Mary Immaculate Hospital was right around the block from Crystal's. Nitty was screaming and bleeding like a pig in my back seat as I sped to the hospital in less than 5 minutes. When we got to the emergency entrance, Money No, Twin, Karate Joe, and I dragged Nitty inside. The D's showed up a few minutes later to question everybody. 2 detectives came over and questioned me while I was smoking a cigarette outside the emergency room door. I told them we were about to do a show, and somebody started shooting at us for no reason. We don't know who it was, I said. They asked me over and over to see if I was lying, but I kept saying the same thing. Eventually, they got tired and left.
Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute.
The next day, Johnny came through the block.
Okay, before I get back to it, because I could listen to this all night, man. I can listen to this all night. But what's baffling me, Havoc, you was there. You witnessed, you was right next to Prodigy when all this was going down. How can you not ride with this man in life or death? How was you? If I was Havoc, I wouldn't want to do Drink Champs. After that, how can you possibly do a whole podcast, not only one, but multiple podcasts with this man? Now, y'all can be cool behind the scenes if that's what y'all want to do, but damn, y'all done been through wars, shootouts. Where is the loyalty? Hey, man, I don't get it. But hey, I'm not him neither, so I can't judge this brother because maybe it was just a certain time in his life. He matured, and it is good to see people come together and do big things together. But would it have been possible if Prodigy was still in the picture? Now, I don't know what to believe at this point. All I know is somebody had to get Prodigy out the way. Had to. Or else this whole Drink Champs, it would have been too many holes in it. Because they talking about giving people their flowers while they can still smell them. And we want you to tell your story. When they gonna sit N.O.R.E down across from the table and somebody interview his ass? Hey, it's different when the rabbit got the gun, yo. It's something else I wanted y'all to hear real quick. Y'all gotta listen at this too. Because it's a bunch of stuff I want to share with y'all, but y'all gotta listen at this.
Prodigy sees me, I go, what's up, bro? So you ain't gonna act. I don't know that much about New Orleans. I hit Mac Main. Mac Main and them was not in.
Hold on, y'all. I do apologize. This shit bootleg. Promise you. Okay, here we go.
New Orleans.
Right.
So that means Lil Wayne and them wouldn't be in New Orleans. So I'm like, yo, we're gonna be in New Orleans with no stars.
Right.
I'd rather go to Vegas. They're like, well, who's in Vegas? I'm like, just roll the dice. I didn't know that Art of Rap tour was there. Ice-T hit Ice-T. Ice-T like, yo, no, I'll do your show tomorrow. I hit Onyx. Onyx like, yo, I'll do your show tomorrow. But Onyx made a deal with me. Onyx like, yo, you gotta perform for me tonight, though. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll perform. I don't even know it's Marvin.
This is Prodigy talking about the night Prodigy died. He's saying he didn't have a clue that Mobb Deep was going to be in the building the night Prodigy died. He just went to Vegas. He didn't even know anybody was going to be in Vegas. He talking about he just wanted to roll the dice and see what was up. You already got New Orleans set up, but I don't want to go to New Orleans. I want to go to Vegas. Let's just roll the dice. It might be some celebrities there. He ain't have a clue Mobb Deep was going to be there.
Ice-T like, yo, no, I'll do your show tomorrow. I hit Onyx. Onyx like, I'll do your show tomorrow. But Onyx made a deal with me. Onyx like, yo, you got to perform for me tonight, though. So I'm like, all right, cool. I perform. I don't even know it's Mobb Deep on the stage.
Right.
So as I'm walking up, they're walking down. So I see Havoc. Havoc give me the regular nigga 5, like and he keep walking. So I'm like, oh, okay. He doesn't notice it's me. Then Prodigy sees me. I go, what's up, bro? So you ain't gonna act that shit tonight. I'm getting you drunk tonight. And he said to me, yo, I just feel a little, I'm gonna lay down for a little while. Gave him a 5. Havoc notices me. Havoc sees me and turns around. Oh shit,
that was N.O.R.E.
Oh. He's like, let's get bent. I'm like, yep. Let me just finish these 1-2 Onyx songs, and we're gonna go get bent. And that was it. So I got to see him. It was like God not only knew that and not only that, he winded up. He didn't know on New Year's Eve before that. I think he died like around February or something like that, or something for New Year's. So at New Year's, he goes to a club. He has no idea that that was the club that we were going to dressed up.
Right.
Like we went dressed up. It was like 30 of us. Like we went dressed up to a strip club. Like I'm talking about suits.
Hold on. Wait. This is what I'm not understanding. He keeps saying that when he saw them at the show, he told Havoc, oh, we gonna go get messed up. And Havoc was excited to see him, like, oh, we gonna go get drunk. So if N.O.R.E. and Havoc was partying the same night Prodigy died, where was Prodigy? So Havoc was with N.O.R.E. that night.
Oh my goodness.
Hold up. What do these dudes got in common, yo? Y'all just so happen to be partying, getting drunk the same night Prodigy choked on the egg and passed away. And rest in peace to Prodigy. Like I said, this is allegations and speculations, but what really happened that night? Because y'all so buddy-buddy. Prodigy ain't cool with you like that. Why would Havoc be so cool with N.O.R.E. and then I'm gonna have to change the title of this video. Did Havoc and N.O.R.E. I ain't even gonna speak it. But anyway, let's get back to what Prodigy was talking about.
Crutches with a cast on his leg. N.O.R.E. could never show his face in Queensbridge again. About a month passed, and some unknowing fool.
Okay, we went over that already, but yeah, that's crazy. Prodigy, rest in peace, bro. N.O.R.E., bruh, I just don't know about you, dog. I just don't know about how you and Havoc can be so close and so tight as if your boy, Prodigy, wasn't spitting that ether about you, man. Now, it's just one more thing I want to share with y'all before I go. Because like I said, I made this video so you can make up your own mind, so you can decide what the truth is or whatever you want to think about it. I'm not trying to prove nothing to you, but one thing for sure, something ain't right.
I wasn't there. I'm from Left Rack City, 97-3057.
Prodigy say he beat you up, N.O.R.E. I don't believe it.
N.O.R.E. just learned how to fight. Back then, N.O.R.E. was a shooter. He said it. He said it, and you. I like the way you put it. You tried to the jazz.
That's not what he said, N.O.R.E. He said you got scared and shot at the ground, but N.O.R.E. running with this. Oh, I was a shooter. You heard N.O.R.E. shot somebody. That's not what he said, N.O.R.E. He said you accidentally shot somebody. Not that you was a shooter back in the day, but that's what N.O.R.E. is running with.
He said it, and you. I like the way you put it.
Up, N.O.R.E. I don't believe it.
N.O.R.E. just learned how to fight. Back then, N.O.R.E. was a shooter. He said it. He said it, and you. I like the way you put it. You tried to the jazz. I like the way you put it, but let me just be clear. That's my dude right there. You know what I'm saying? He trying to sell his book. So he's throwing a couple of jabs. That's hot.
Now, what about the Capone incident where he said Capone, told on the stand?
Oh, Capone is a grown man. You know what I'm saying? He a grown man. I wasn't there. I'm from Left Rack City, 97-3057 Avenue, apartment 5E. That's some Queensbridge thing. I wasn't around.
Now, N.O.R.E., you and Capone did a lot of dirt with each other back in the day.
Listen. Let me finish. I wasn't around there.
Okay.
Right? But if that was the case, then why is it 7 Mobb Deep and Bone and Noriega records that exist? If a dude snitch on my man, I ain't hanging with him.
Right. Word.
Let alone getting in the studio with him. So where's your integrity at, my brother?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Where's it? Because me personally, a dude snitch on my dead cat. My cat, meow. You snitch on my cat, and I'm not hanging out with you. You feel me? Let alone doing a record with you, smoking with you, drinking with you, hitting things from the back with you. But I can't speak.
Hold on. Whoa. Wait, pause, N.O.R.E. The fuck's he talking about?
Oh my goodness.
So him, okay, it's bad enough that they met in jail. But you mean to tell me y'all be hitting what from the back? What do you mean things from the back with you? Hitting things from the back with you? Hold on, let me put the after party in the description box. After party. Cause I'm doing a live after this. I just left the link in the description box. So, refresh your browser and it'll pop up. This the after party right here. The best time to flirt. We're gonna be talking about that in the GMB Man Cave. So make sure y'all come through. I'm about to set that up right after this video. But hitting things from the back with you. The fuck is he talking about?
With you, but I can't be hanging out with you. You feel me? Let alone doing a record with you, smoking with you, drinking with you, hitting things from the back with you. But I can't speak on it because I wasn't there. I only speak about the situations that I was there. P is my man. I understand he's trying to sell a book, but the way the internet is wording it, they wording it like N.O.R.E. got jumped, and they're not saying the consequences that happened afterwards.
All right, that's fair enough. He wasn't there when it happened, but he is saying if that's true and Capone was a snitch and snitched on Havoc's brother, why are we doing songs together? Why are we cool?
Right.
Capone's my guy, and N.O.R.E.'s my guy. Those are some real good brothers right there, man. They ain't never snitch on me. Well, Capone, you know what I mean.
What have you done?
What have you done?
Wow. And that just goes to show, just because you're doing songs with somebody, that don't mean nothing. It obviously don't mean nothing. Listen at this. Hold on, let me play this for y'all.
I was extra drunk. Some girl climbed onto the stage and was dancing in front of me while I was performing. Who the fuck is this jumping on the stage acting like a fool? I felt that she was disrespecting our show. So I kicked her in her back and she went flying into the crowd.
Oh my goodness.
I kicked the shit out of her. I was bugged out back then. A big muscle-bound bouncer was standing in front of the stage, ice grilling me. He must have been upset because I kicked that girl. After the last song, I jumped off stage and punched him in his mouth.
Oh my goodness.
He started pounding on me. I was so drunk, I didn't even feel his punches. My man Bumpy from QB helped me fight him.
Wait a minute. You was doing the show. Some chick got on stage shaking her ass. You kicked her in her back. She flew off the stage. The bouncer was looking at you pissed off. You ain't like the way the bouncer was looking at you, so you jumped off the stage and started beating his ass.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, Kevin Mack, thank you so much for the $19.99, brother. I really do appreciate you. Hold on, I gotta hear that one more time.
They were supposedly some gang who started rapping and had a semi-hit record called Lifestyles of the Rich and Shameless. Of course, the whole 12th Street crew came with us. Even if we didn't invite them, the whole hood would show up and get mad if everybody couldn't get in. I never understood that. If nobody invited you, how could you be mad if you can't get in? I was extra drunk. Some girl climbed onto the stage and was dancing in front of me while I was performing. Who the fuck is this jumping on the stage acting like a fool? I felt that she was disrespecting our show. So I kicked her in her back and she went flying into the crowd. I kicked the shit out of her.
Oh my God.
I was bugged out back then. A big muscle-bound bouncer was standing in front of the stage, ice grilling me. He must have been upset because I kicked that girl. After the last song, I jumped off stage and punched him in his mouth.
Oh my goodness.
He started pounding on me. I was so drunk I didn't even feel his punches. My man Bumpy from QB helped me fight him. And then more bouncers surrounded us. Next thing I knew, all the bouncers were jumping us.
Oh, shit.
Knocked to the floor. I looked up and they were carrying Bumpy up in the air while dragging me outside by my shirt.
Well, damn.
They dropped Bumpy on his head and pushed me to the curb. After that, we tore that club up.
Oh, shit.
All 30 of us. We broke the windows and all the mirrors behind the bar. As we was walking back to the train station to go home, we saw like 40 dudes walking towards us from the 23rd Street train station 2 blocks away, loudly chanting, "Lost boys,
oh, shit.
Lost boys." So we started chanting, "Mobb Deep, Queensbridge."
Okay, this is too gay. I'm gonna get demonetized if I keep on playing this stuff, because you know somebody gonna get shot, killed, and robbed. So look, rest in peace to Prodigy. He was too real for the music industry, and that's the reason why I say Drink Champs wouldn't be able to be Drink Champs, because you got everybody friendly. They come up there giving grown men giving each other roses.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody buddy. They want to drink and talk about girls. How many chicks you finger pop? Do you eat ass? And all of this BS. Prodigy would have shut that down. It would be hard to sit and laugh and joke with EFN and N.O.R.E. when you got people like Prodigy out here telling the full story that you're not supposed to be sharing with people, man. Now, I'm not saying that N.O.R.E. put the egg in Prodigy's throat or his cooking show bought some food to the event since we doing a cooking show and Prodigy ate something. But then again, if you doing a cooking show and you talking about you want Ice-T and Onyx at the show, who's to say you didn't want Mobb Deep on your cooking show? And Prodigy was eating, and ain't no telling what y'all gave that boy. I ain't making no allegations or speculation. I'm just saying, Drink Champs blew up mighty big when Prodigy passed away. And it's real suspicious because you did a whole show dedicated to Prodigy. The rest in peace, R.I.P. Prodigy, Drink Champs. And look how they all standing there like, we did it. We made it. Like this shit is about to blow up. Rest in peace, Prodigy. The whole episode. Let me play a little bit of this and see what they was talking about. Wait a minute, y'all. Let me get this set up for y'all. Hold on, y'all. What was they talking about during this episode?
You go fuck a wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, who's this beef with?
Go fuck with Migos and Chris Brown, but she should have,
step with somebody like N.O.R.E. Me and you get together, we don't miss a step. It's like we
Drink champs. Everybody makes some noise. I never said, yo, you was the kid because
no,
I just.
No, but I'm saying when you go into the studio to do LA, that's not the first time.
We've seen each other on the block plenty of times, and the thing was, I don't think that they was really down with it at first, but Hit 'Em Up had dropped.
Right.
Or I might be getting confused. Where I say, I think we did the record, and then I think Hit 'Em Up dropped, and that made them want to do the video.
Not the Snoop record?
No, it was whatever record it was where Pac actually addressed Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
Yo, it was Hit 'Em Up, right?
Yeah, and it was the day before. So, because at first I don't think Prodigy wanted to do the video, but that pulled him over because his verse. Ooh.
Juvenile Hell
through Mercury.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
Life
Violator.
Violator. We got Jungle from Cuba. I'm great, brother. We just saluting Prodigy. This is a Prodigy. We gonna salute him today. You know, we gonna.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And you know our slogan.
Saluting Prodigy.
Yes.
So look. What kind of show is this, man? This a Drink Champ show, or this is like some other type?
Drink Champ. Drink Champ.
I can curse.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want. Let's go, Trash.
You once said you felt like you had to go to Iraq to bring the hood to you, but then you said all you had to do is get Tragedy to come to Miami. You know what I'm saying? And you would.
Hold on. This the same dude Prodigy was talking about Havoc beat up over a girl. This the dude Tragedy when Havoc was beating the life out of Tragedy, N.O.R.E. pulled out the gun and ran out of the projects. This is him on the phone, y'all. Hold up.
Who's in the hood, right?
Yeah.
I know you don't want me to lie. You want to lie, baby?
Nah, but we want you to talk about Prodigy, but it's all good.
No, we live. Yeah, we live.
Who the fuck is that?
It's EFN. It's DJ EFN. Let's go, Trash.
You gotta relax.
Cool.
Yeah, let's go. Shaq's gonna go regardless of who you fight.
Let's go.
Yeah, everything. Look. You know what? Like I said, man, me and Prodigy ain't always have a level relationship, man. But I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to make amends with Prodigy. That's what men do.
That's real.
Regardless to whom or what, when you think about music, when you think about talent, when you think about ambition, a lot of niggas out here make excuses, man. The son had a condition, but he rose above that. And if not for nothing else, I respect him for that, man. You know what I'm saying? That nigga lived more than a lot of niggas, man. That nigga rolled out, man. You gotta respect his business. You gotta respect the influence he had artistically. And you gotta respect his life, man. Shit is a testament to anybody facing challenge or adversity, man.
Yo, I respect that, what they got to say and everything. But at the same time, they capitalizing off of, and that's the only point that I'm making. Of course, you could say nice stuff about somebody when they no longer around. That's what you're supposed to do. What human wouldn't do that? And I'm glad that nobody talking bad about him, but yo, shout out to Drink Champs. Shout out to Noriega. Shout out to everybody affiliated with Drink Champs. But man, that's like, how can I put it? That's like Biggie having a podcast, but Tupac's still alive.
Oh my goodness.
You know Tupac gonna shut down Biggie's podcast. Like, what you talking about, big baby? You ain't say that when you was sleeping on my couch, nigga. How Biggie gonna get his podcast off the ground when Tupac got his own Biggie stories about Biggie with the dookie streaks in his drawers, and that's gonna be bad for Biggie. That's like any rapper with a major beef that's public trying to do a podcast with another rapper running the streets that beat your ass. Y'all gotta help me with another example. That's like Lil Wayne doing the podcast, but Baby's still around. You know, if you don't have Baby on your podcast, it ain't gonna be official. You know? But then again, baby ain't never wrote no book. Who disrespected somebody? That's like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I can't think of the words. Matter of fact, I'm not leaving until I think of the right example to give you. That's like Nicki Minaj doing the podcast and not having Lil' Kim on the podcast.
Oh my goodness.
And Lil' Kim snatch off her face and say something real nasty about Nicki Minaj. That's a bad example. Look, I need y'all to do me a favor. We about to head over to the after party, man. We gonna be talking about the best time to flirt. And y'all fellas out here, y'all gotta listen to this because y'all be flirting with females and it's not the right time to be flirting. I'm gonna tell y'all when's the best time to get at a female. And you're not gonna believe it when I say it, but when I say it, you gonna know that I'm telling the truth. The only way you're gonna get this game is if you come to the man cave, baby, because I'm about to set that up right now. But that's Negro here nor there. I got so much love for y'all. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification button and hit that Cash App too. $ Sean Blaze Docs. I got so much love for y'all. And for you beautiful ladies out there, make sure y'all come to the man cave because it's a couple of things I want to say to y'all too. And I left the link in the description box, so make sure you come through and show me some love. And you know why I do these videos, girl?
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl.
Sean got the jocks. I'm keeping it funky like some socks. Ponytail with the box and my